In the midst of this chaos, a small group of humans managed to escape. They were not the powerful leaders or elite warriors, but ordinary people who had survived by sheer luck and determination. They gathered in a hidden space station, a relic of an old scientific project, and began to rebuild. The station was equipped with advanced technology, which they used to create a new fleet. For centuries, they lived in secrecy, isolated from the rest of the galaxy, while their descendants grew and thrived. This hidden colony became a beacon of hope for humanity's future. Generations passed, and the memory of Earth's destruction faded into myth and legend. The people of the colony lived their lives in peace, never knowing the full story of their ancestors' struggles. Their technology advanced, and they developed powerful ships and weapons, always with a sense of curiosity about their lost home. The colony was a place of innovation and progress, but the shadow of Earth's destruction lingered like a ghost. One day, while scanning the galaxy for signs of alien activity, a signal came through, an ancient distress signal from Earth. The signal was faint but unmistakable. It spoke of a world still scarred by the war, a planet that had been abandoned and forgotten. This discovery shook the foundations of the colony. The leaders of the colony convened in urgent meetings, discussing the implications of the signal. They realized that the aliens who had destroyed Earth were still out there, expanding their empire and possibly posing a threat to other worlds. The decision was made quickly. The time for hiding was over. The leaders of the colony knew they had to act. They gathered their top engineers, strategists, and soldiers to prepare for a mission that would take them back to their ancestral home. The plans were meticulous and the preparation was intense. The humans were determined to confront their past and seek justice for the destruction of their world. In the months that followed, the once secret colony transformed into a bustling hub of activity. Ships were upgraded, weapons were tested, and strategies were refined. The people who had lived in quiet solitude were now gearing up for a confrontation with the alien race that had nearly wiped them out. The fleet that had once been a symbol of survival was now a symbol of vengeance. As the final preparations were completed, the colony's leaders addressed their people. They spoke of Earth's fall, the forgotten past, and the mission ahead. The words were simple, but carried the weight of a long-lost hope. The people were ready. They understood the risks, but were driven by a deep sense of duty to avenge their fallen home. With the fleet assembled and the mission set, the time had come. The humans were about to embark on a journey that would take them across the stars and back to the world they had lost. They were not just seeking revenge, but also reclaiming their history and their identity. The voyage was about to begin, and with it, a new chapter in humanity's saga was about to unfold. As the fleet prepared to leave, a sense of anticipation and resolve filled the air. The journey would be perilous, and the outcome uncertain, but the humans were ready. The legacy of Earth's destruction had driven them to this point, and now they were set to face their past and fight for their future. The forgotten ruins of Earth would no longer be just a memory. They would become the catalyst for a new era of humanity's struggle and triumph. With their mission decided and preparations complete, the human fleet was ready to set out. The once quiet colony had transformed into a bustling center of activity. Engineers worked tirelessly on the ships, making sure every weapon was in place and every system was functioning perfectly. The tension was palpable as the crews finalized their gear and the last supplies were loaded. Everyone knew this mission was not just about fighting, it was about avenging their ancestors and reclaiming their lost world. The leaders of the colony held a final meeting with the fleet's top officers. They reviewed the plans for the journey, which would take them across a vast stretch of space to the heart of the alien empire. The mission was clear: find the alien homeworld, strike at their core, and make them pay for the destruction of Earth. The commanders were well-trained and determined, but the stakes were high. They knew that any mistake could mean disaster. As the fleet prepared to leave, the atmosphere was filled with a mixture of excitement and apprehension. As the fleet prepared to leave, the atmosphere was filled with a mixture of excitement and apprehension. Families said their goodbyes, and the hum of the engines grew louder. The ships, once symbols of survival, now represented humanity's wrath and resolve. With a final burst of energy, the fleet departed from the colony, leaving behind a world that had been their home for so long. Days turned into weeks as the fleet traveled through space. The journey was long and filled with challenges. The crew faced harsh conditions and unpredictable space phenomena. The isolation of deep space added to the growing tension. Every day, the crew trained and drilled, honing their skills and keeping their spirits high. They knew that the real battle lay ahead. One day, as they approached the edge of a known alien territory, they intercepted a distress signal from a small alien outpost. This was their first real test. The fleet decided to investigate, hoping to gain valuable intelligence about the alien forces. They launched a surprise attack on the outpost, catching the aliens off guard. The battle was fierce but short. The humans' advanced technology and tactical planning overwhelmed the alien defenders. The outpost was quickly secured and the crew seized valuable information. The data revealed that the aliens had grown even more powerful and were planning further expansions. This was a grim reminder of the dangers they faced. In the aftermath of the battle, the crew celebrated their victory, but there was no time for complacency. The information they had gathered pointed to a major alien stronghold, a key target in their mission. The fleet adjusted its course and made preparations for a larger assault. The leaders used this victory to boost morale. They spoke to their people, reminding them of the importance of their mission and the justice they sought. The speech was simple but powerful, stirring the hearts of everyone on board. They were not just fighting for revenge, they were fighting for their future, for the memory of their ancestors, and for the hope of a better tomorrow. As the fleet drew closer to the alien stronghold, the tension mounted. The crew knew that the next battle would be far more challenging than the last. The alien forces were known for their strong defenses, and the risk of failure was high. But the humans were ready. They had trained for this moment and were prepared to face whatever the aliens could throw at them. The gathering storm of war was upon them. The fleet was poised for the next phase of their mission, and the stakes had never been higher. The crew's determination was unshakable as they prepared for the coming fight. The journey to avenge Earth was about to enter its most dangerous and crucial phase, and every member of the fleet knew that their actions would determine the outcome of this epic struggle. The human fleet approached the alien stronghold with a mix of anticipation and dread. The stronghold was a massive space station, heavily fortified and bristling with weaponry. It loomed large on the sensors, a formidable target that promised a fierce battle. The crew knew that this was the moment they had been preparing for, the clash that would determine the fate of their mission. As the fleet closed in, the aliens detected their approach and quickly readied their defenses. The space around the stronghold became a battlefield, with ships moving in precise formations and energy shields shimmering in the void. The humans, however, were ready. They had studied the alien tactics and had a plan to counter them. The battle began with a barrage of laser fire from the human ships. The aliens responded with their own weapons, and the two sides clashed in a dazzling display of light and energy. The humans' ships were faster and more agile, darting around the alien defenses and striking with deadly accuracy. The alien forces, though powerful, struggled to keep up with the humans' advanced tactics. In the heart of the battle, the fleet's commander directed the attack with calm determination. His orders were clear and concise, and the crew followed them with precision. The alien stronghold was a labyrinth of corridors and defensive systems, and the humans needed to breach its outer defenses before they could strike at the core. As the battle raged, the humans faced intense resistance. Alien warships launched counterattacks, and swarms of fighter drones filled the space with chaotic movement. The humans' ships took hits, but their shields held, and their advanced repair systems kept them in the fight. The crew worked tirelessly, navigating through the chaos and targeting the alien ship's weak points. In the midst of the conflict, a critical moment arose. A key alien defense system was located deep within the stronghold, and taking it down was essential for their success. The fleet's elite boarding team was tasked with this mission. They suited up in their combat gear, ready to breach the stronghold and disable the system from within. The boarding team made a daring entry into the stronghold, cutting through the defenses and engaging in close-quarters combat with alien troops. The fight was brutal, but the humans were determined. They fought their way through the corridors, using their superior training and technology to overcome the alien defenders. Inside the stronghold, the team reached the control room for the defense system. They planted explosive charges and began the countdown. As they fought their way back to their extraction point, the stronghold's defenses faltered. The outer shields began to fail, and the humans pressed their advantage. Outside, the fleet concentrated their fire on the weakened stronghold. The alien warships, now vulnerable, were overwhelmed by the coordinated assault. The humans' precision strikes and tactical maneuvers turned the tide of the battle. One by one, the alien ships fell, and the stronghold's defenses crumbled. The final moments of the battle were intense. The stronghold's core was exposed, and the humans launched their final attack. With a massive explosion, the stronghold was destroyed, sending shockwaves through space. The fleet had achieved a decisive victory, but at a cost. Several ships were damaged, and many crew members had been injured. As the battle concluded, the humans regrouped and assessed the damage. The victory was bittersweet, a testament to their strength and resolve. They had struck a significant blow against their enemies, but the war was far from over. The aliens would undoubtedly retaliate, and the humans needed to be prepared for the challenges ahead. The clash of titans had shown the strength of the human resolve and the effectiveness of their tactics. The victory at the stronghold was a crucial step in their mission to avenge Earth. The fleet would continue their campaign, driven by the memory of their fallen home and the desire to see justice done. The battle had been won, but the war was just beginning. After their hard-fought victory at the alien stronghold, the human fleet set their sights on the next objective, the heart of the alien empire. This was the central hub of the alien race's power, a massive planet covered with high-tech cities and heavily guarded. It was a place where the alien leaders resided and where crucial decisions about the empire were made. The journey to the heart of the empire was long and fraught with dangers. As the fleet approached the planet, they encountered more alien patrols and defensive systems. The aliens, now aware of the humans' presence and strength, had increased their security measures. The skies around the planet were filled with enemy ships, and the defenses were more formidable than ever. The humans devised a plan to infiltrate the planet and strike at the heart of the empire. They needed to get past the outer defenses and reach the command center where the alien leaders made their plans. The fleet launched a series of diversionary attacks on the outer defenses, drawing the alien forces away from the planet's core. This allowed a smaller, elite team of soldiers to slip through the gaps and land on the planet's surface. The landing was a critical operation. The team, equipped with stealth technology and advanced weaponry, had to avoid detection and navigate through a heavily fortified alien city. The city was a maze of towering buildings and sprawling complexes, all bristling with alien technology. The team moved swiftly and silently, using their knowledge of alien systems to avoid patrols and security measures. As they advanced deeper into the city, they uncovered startling information. They discovered that the alien leaders had been planning a new offensive, one that could spread their empire's control even further. The humans realized that stopping this plan was crucial to not only avenging Earth, but also protecting other worlds from the same fate. The team's mission took them to the heart of the command center, a massive structure filled with alien computers and control systems. They fought their way through the building, engaging in fierce battles with alien guards. Despite the chaos, the team maintained their focus. They planted explosive charges on the main control systems and disabled key defenses. Meanwhile, the fleet outside faced its own challenges. The alien forces had regrouped and launched a counterattack against the human ships. The space around the planet became a fierce battlefield, with ships darting and weaving in a deadly dance. The humans fought valiantly, holding their ground and pushing back the alien attackers. The battle was intense, and both sides suffered heavy losses. Back on the planet's surface, the team faced a final challenge. As they prepared to escape, they encountered a high-ranking alien commander who had discovered their presence. A tense confrontation ensued. The humans fought the commander in a fierce hand-to-hand battle, showcasing their strength and determination. Despite the commander's skills and power, the humans triumphed and completed their mission. With the control systems destroyed and their explosives set, the team made their way back to their extraction point. They fought their way through the alien city, their escape marked by explosions and chaos. As they boarded their shuttle and ascended back to the fleet, they watched from above as the control center erupted in flames. The destruction of the command center was a significant blow to the alien empire. It disrupted their plans and weakened their command structure. The humans had struck a major victory, but the cost had been high. The fleet was battered from the ongoing battle, and the soldiers were exhausted but victorious. As the dust settled, the humans took stock of their achievements and their losses. The heart of the Empire had been struck, and the Empire's leaders had been dealt a severe blow. The war was far from over, but the humans had proven their strength and resilience. The next phase of their mission would be crucial in determining the final outcome of their quest for justice and revenge. The human fleet floated in the dark expanse of space, the aftermath of their most daring missions still fresh in their minds. The destruction of the alien command center had been a major victory, but the war was far from over. The fleet was battered and worn, and the crew faced both physical and emotional exhaustion. However, the taste of revenge was sweet, and the promise of Earth's legacy motivated them to press on. The fleet's leaders gathered to discuss their next steps. The destruction of the command center had shaken the alien empire, but it had not ended the conflict. The aliens, wounded and angry, were likely preparing for a counterattack. The humans needed to be prepared for whatever came next. The meeting was tense, but filled with a renewed sense of purpose. They had come this far. They were determined to see their mission through to the end. The fleet received intelligence that the alien leaders were gathering their remaining forces for a final assault. This would be the aliens' last attempt to crush the humans and regain control. The humans had to act quickly. They planned a final strike against the remaining alien strongholds, aiming to end the conflict once and for all. The operation began with a series of coordinated attacks on key alien positions. The fleet's ships, despite their damage, were still powerful. They unleashed a relentless barrage of firepower, targeting alien bases and supply lines. The battle was fierce, with both sides giving everything they had. The humans fought with a determination born from their quest for vengeance and justice. As the battles raged, the human soldiers and pilots fought bravely. Each victory brought them closer to their ultimate goal. The alien defenses, once formidable, began to crumble under the sustained assault. The fleet pressed on, their resolve unshaken by the heavy losses they had suffered. The final battle approached. The humans focused their efforts on the alien homeworld, where the Empire's leaders were preparing for a last stand. The planet was heavily defended with massive shields and powerful weapons. The humans launched a massive assault, their ships coordinating an intricate attack that targeted the planet's weak points. The battle was the most intense of the entire conflict. The sky above the alien homeworld was filled with explosions and flashes of light. The humans fought through layers of defenses, pushing deeper into the heart of the alien stronghold. The fighting was brutal, with both sides suffering heavy casualties. The human fleet's determination and skill, however, began to turn the tide in their favor. As the battle reached its climax, the alien leaders were cornered in their command center. The humans launched a final, decisive assault, breaching the last defenses and confronting the leaders. The battle inside the command center was fierce, with the humans fighting against the aliens in a desperate struggle. The aliens fought with everything they had, but the humans' resolve was stronger. The leaders were defeated, and the command center was destroyed in a massive explosion. With the destruction of the alien leadership, the remaining forces quickly surrendered or fled. The humans had achieved their vengeance. The alien empire, once a powerful and ruthless force, was left in ruins. The victory was bittersweet, a hard-won reward for their long struggle. In the aftermath, the humans gathered to reflect on their journey. They had avenged Earth's destruction and brought justice to their fallen world. The legacy of their mission would be remembered for generations. They had fought not just for revenge, but for the survival and honor of humanity. As the fleet prepared to return home, the crew looked forward to a future where Earth's memory would be honored. They had endured great hardships and faced incredible challenges, but they had emerged victorious. The legacy of their struggle would be a testament to human courage and resilience. The journey had come full circle. The humans had returned to their roots, avenging their past and securing their future. The story of their mission would be told for years to come, a powerful reminder of the strength and determination of humanity. The battle was over, but the legacy of their victory would live on, inspiring future generations to stand strong and fight for what they believe in.